Hi guys, Penny here from Ecommerce with Penny.com. Today we're going to talk about ChatGPT. ChatGPT has taken the world by storm in the short time since it was released in November. It was said to have reached 1 million users in 5 days. If you have not heard about it by now, let me introduce it to you. In this video, I'm going to show you what it is, how to use it, and some of its potential applications in business. So stay tuned. Before we dive into it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and smash the bell for reminders so that you never miss a video from me again. Without further ado, let's jump right into the overview of this video. We will first look at what is ChatGPT, what can it do, and then I will do a walkthrough on how to use ChatGPT. We will go on to talk about the potential users and applications of ChatGPT in business. Before we end this video, I will share about the limitations of ChatGPT, and then we will conclude the video. So what is a ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a dialogue-focused prototype artificial intelligence chatbot by OpenAI. The chatbot has a large language model that has been improved using supervised and reinforcement learning methods. It is based on GPT 3.5 model of OpenAI, which is an upgraded version of GPT-3, which we commonly heard about in other AI writers. So what can ChatGPT do? Basically, it has been trained to generate text in a way that mimics human conversation. It is capable of providing general responses to a wide range of questions and statements and can be used in a variety of settings. Because it's based on GPT-3, it has a vast amount of knowledge and can understand and respond to many different kinds of input, and it can provide information, answer questions, and even engage in small talk, just like a human conversation partner. So let's go into the walkthrough right now. Let me share the screen. When you first log in, this is what you will see. A little bit of background. I first read about ChatGPT in the various Facebook groups in the past 1 2 weeks. All of a sudden, I saw people sharing about it and singing praises to it. Then I started seeing people request the various AI writers to incorporate it or have a similar interface. So this got me curious and I decided to explore it myself. I have actually been sharing a lot of AI writers and leveraging it on our business. When we log into ChatGPT, you can see that there's a very clean interface where they show you the examples of how to phrase your question or statement. They have given you 3 examples here, which is explain quantum computing in simple terms, or you got any creative idea for a 10-year-old's birthday, you can ask ChatGPT question. How do I make HTTP requests in JavaScript? Or even coding. It also show you what is its capabilities. For example, it remembers what the user said earlier in the conversation, and then it allows the user to provide follow-up corrections and decline inappropriate requests. So this is what it's capable of doing. And last but not least, they also show you its limitations. May occasionally generate incorrect information and produce harmful instruction or biased content. And then it has a limited knowledge of the world events after 2021 because AI is basically trained on the past data. So ChatGPT is only trained up to 2021 and the very limited knowledge of things after that. So how to use the ChatGPT? What you need to do is just come here, and there is a space for you to enter question, and then you can just press enter, which is the key right here, the triangle and or the arrow. It will compose an answer within seconds. And if you're not happy with the answer generator, you can try again. So let's get it to explain what is quantum computing. Okay, use the example they gave us. So you can see that, in fact, it's starting to generate output after a few seconds. Quantum computing is a type of computing that uses the principle of quantum mechanics to perform calculation and process information. Blah, blah, blah. So this is the answer. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're not happy with this, you can click the try again button and it will regenerate the output. So my own experience with getting it to regenerate results actually resulted in more of the same being generated sometimes. But in this case, you can see that the second time we ask it to generate answers to this question, explain what is quantum computing, the output is actually longer. So below here, you can see there's a 2/2, meaning that this is the second generation of the answer. You can go back to the first one and you see it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 line. And then the second attempt actually generated 11 lines. So it's a bit longer. Okay, so you can continue to try if you're still not happy with it. And then, in fact, if you take a look at the right hand side of the screen, there is a thumbs up and thumbs down icon here. This is for you to provide feedback to OpenAI on the quality of the output generated. So you can give either thumbs up or thumbs down, but of course this is not compulsory. Okay, and I will just give this one a thumbs up. Then they will ask you to provide additional feedback. What would the ideal answer have been? And then you can submit the feedback. So compared to many other AI writers which I've used and reviewed, ChatGPT relies on the inputs. That is the kind of questions that you ask to generate the answers. So the first question I entered was to explain what is quantum computing. If let's say I want to ask another question, what kind of gift can I give to my mother who is in her 70s? So this is kind of open-ended question, asking for ideas. There are many kinds of gifts you can give to your mother who's in her 70s. Some ideas include a photo album or frame or with picture of you and your mother together, a piece of jewelry, such as a necklace and or bracelet, a book or e-reader if your mother enjoys reading, a gift card to her favorite store or restaurant, blah, blah, blah. So the last paragraph, ultimately the best gift for your mother will depend on her interests and preferences. Think about what she likes to do and what will make her happy and choose a gift accordingly. They not only give you a list of ideas, they also give you the reason why they suggested that in some of the suggestions. So this is pretty good and give you a lot of ideas, right? So compared to other AI writers, it depends on what kind of question you answer. It depends on how well you input the question, how you phrase your question, the better the output quality. And it's therefore flexible, more flexible compared to some of the other AI writers, because most of the AI writers that we have shared before, right, that's currently on the market right now, they depends on the various templates to output for specific different purpose. For example, they will have a template for generating blog outline or a template for product description, etc. But then for ChatGPT, you can actually ask any questions and see what is the answer. So in a sense, it's more flexible. You are limited by your own imagination on what question you want to ask. So another thing I noticed is that the response so far, we have seen a few here. the response is generally shorter compared to those long form AI writers, such as Jasper or Longshot that I shared 1, 2 weeks ago. So in that sense, AI writers have still have their purpose. If you want to compose something for specific purposes, and then notice that currently they only share with you the number of different versions for the same query. If let's say you refresh the screen, if I refresh the screen now, all the previous generation outputs have disappeared. So it doesn't provide you with a history of output. You need to copy and paste the answers to store them somewhere, maybe in a separate document for later use. Basically, the main part of ChatGPT is just the prompt here for you to enter the question, and then you will just generate the answer. I'm not sure whether you can see this line here, a free research review. So this is currently in beta and it's free for people to sign up. I will leave the link below this video in this video description if you want to sign up for this beta trial. ChatGPT is optimized for dialogue. Our goal is to make AI system more natural to interact with, and your feedback will help us improve our system and make them safer. So whatever question you ask and then the answer they generated, obviously the engineers will have access to it at the back end, and then the feedback that you give on the answer will also help them. So what are the potential users and applications of ChatGPT in business? First and foremost, since ChatGPT is designed for natural language processing tasks such as chatbot and virtual assistant, businesses can use it in a number of ways depending on the specific needs and goals. I think the first use is to get the ideas for brainstorming. As mentioned earlier, the second question I asked about what gift should I give to my mother, it will give you a suggested list of answers that is very helpful. The second possible use is to generate responses to FAQ, frequently asked questions. It could be trained to provide general responses for questions that customer or clients might have. For example, providing information about product or service or answer basic questions about the business. So this would be very useful for customer service or support people, as it will help them handle a high volume of queries more efficiently. And then the third possible use is to improve user experience on website and mobile apps. ChatGPT can be integrated into website or mobile apps to provide user with real-time response to questions or comments. So you can see just now that the response was pretty quick. It just stopped for a few seconds and the answer will just come out. And this will help business improve overall user experience and make it easier for customers to find information they need. It could also be used to provide personalized response to customer tailored to their individual interests. You can also use it to generate content for website or social media, or product description or other written content. So basically, you just need to ask the right question. You can ask it to write a marketing copy or product description for your product, and then you describe a bit what your product is, and it will be able to help compose the product description for you, and it can generate very quickly and efficiently. For the content for website and the social media, it will help businesses to easily create engaging and interesting posts. It can assist with the internal communication within organization. For example, it can generate a response to common question, providing general information to employees. And the last point is it could be used in creative applications, such as generating dialogue for a story or a script, or create interactive fiction games. So all these are possible users and applications for ChatGPT in business. After looking at the app itself and the potential users, let's look at what are the limitations. Since ChatGPT is not a real person, doesn't have access to external information, it can only respond based on what it has learned from the text it has been trained on. So this is the case for all the AI models. It's not capable of providing specific answers to questions that require external knowledge or understanding of the world. So earlier on, we talked about it's been trained up to 2021, and so very limited information after that. And there may be instances where the responses generated by ChatGPT are not entirely accurate or relevant to the input provided. So you need to fact check, okay? You need to see whether the output generated is factually correct before you use the output or publish it on your website. In conclusion, ChatGPT is a revolutionary new chatbot that has taken the world by storm. In this video, I have shown you what it is, how to use it, and some of its potential applications in business and the limitation. So currently, since it's in beta phase, access to it is free. You can sign up for the trial, but most likely you will be placed on a wait list because, as I mentioned at the start of this video, there are more than 1 million users worldwide accessing it right now. So you probably have to wait even if you sign up for it. Nevertheless, I will put the link in to sign up for the trial below this video in the video description so that you can sign up for it. And before we go, do subscribe to my channel for more tips and advice. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and like and share it with your friends or family who may be interested in it. Thanks for watching and stay connected. These are my email and social channels. Do follow me and join my Facebook group to learn more. That's all for today. And see you next time. Bye bye.